Well, good afternoon my YouTube friends, it's Margaret here from M.E.s Orchids, and it's just approaching 12:30, and I thought I was going to be in the garden today, but it's rather breezy, and I went into the orchid room just to check everything. I was just watering the vandas, and I came upon this Laelia. This is the Laelia purpurata, and I'm trying this in semi-hydro. And it's been doing very well, but then this morning, can you see? I've got an active root to there, and then this green tip here has died back as it's entered that area. Now that sends me into panic stations, but you see I've got a green root there, and I've got a root going down there, but I'm not happy about that. So what I'm thinking of doing, I'm thinking of mounting this. But first of all, just let me lift you up. And this is so there's two reasons. And the second is, well, this is probably the first one, because this is what I spotted first of all. And if I just bring you up here, let me just manoeuvre the camera. So you might be, can you see those little spots there? Can you see them? There was a little fluffy one. I don't know where the darn thing's gone. Can you see those little tiny specks all over? There. I don't know where that fluffy one's gone. And can you see it down there? And then right it just there, inside there. Now this could be either mealybug or scale, and it's just happening on this older one. You see, sometimes I think it's this that's flaking off, the old sheath, but I'm not so sure. I'm always wary. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to spot this treatment now before I take this out of this semi-hydro setup. Now just hold on, because I've put you back now. And which way have I got you? Okay, just hold on. Let's just spot treatment. So if I lift you up here first. This, there we go, come on. What I'm trying to do is not have you in direct light from the window. That's better, isn't it? And what I use is I've got this this one, and I just go over the areas. I look under the leaves. I've actually looked under these leaves, and I couldn't see anything underneath. You're supposed to dilute this and spray it, but I haven't always got time to dilute and spray. So what I do, I just go over the leaf. And you see, you're supposed to wear a protective mask and everything. Well, what you're supposed to do, and it's so there's no comeback on the firm, and then what I'm doing is getting right down there, and you see, right down there in that crevice down there. Okay, and I'll check this new growth over here. That's what first alerted me this morning. I thought, oh dear, what's that? But I think it's just a little bit of sphagnum moss. Now just hold on. Let's just have a look. Let's turn you around. See, because this new growth is it's very soft. Can you see it? And a little bit of happy sap on there. So that would be a prime candidate, that one would be. Anyway, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to unclip this wire. I'll put this camera back down here now. So it doesn't, there we are, so it doesn't fall over. Let's just unclip this wire and there we go. That's the first wire unclipped. I'm hoping I've not just caught that root as it's gone through. Let's undo this second one now. Bear with me a minute. Let's take this one out. This is gently does it, so we don't damage any of these roots. Right, so I've got the supports out now. I'm going to cut this zip tie here. Pull that out, and then I'm going to just empty these stones, so I'll just pause for a minute so you don't have all the noise. Right, so you're back with me now, and just let's have a look at some of these roots. You see, now that one's a good one. Can you see it? And that one's a good one. That one's completely gone. So I'm going to snip that one off. It'll come off. This one's no good. Which way am I best showing you? There, that one's no good. See, even this bit of rhizome here at the bottom's rotting. There's another one that's no good. And let's cut this one off. Okay. That's that one there. You see, it's got a break in it, so that's died. Can you see the new roots coming through there? But there, look at that one. You see, that one's died back. And that one's died back there. Let's just take a look at it here. Can you see now? Let's cut this one off. That's this one. Let me just lift a little bit of this sheath back here. Careful as I do it, because there might be another eye just underneath this part, and there is. Got to be so careful. Let's have a look here. Can you see the new eye? There. That's why you have to be so careful. Right, so some of the roots are cut off. Can you see I've cut them back to the green. And right, so let's have a look down here. Let's cut it. You're not seeing what I'm seeing, just bear with me a minute. What I'm trying to do is just lift a little bit of this sheath back here. And then if there's any eyes underneath, you see that eye there? Can you see that eye there? See, that's died. And that really shouldn't have done. There was no reason for that to die. and this is the one that this is the newest growth, and that's that little root that's rotted back. Let's just we've got a nice, can you just see that there? Don't know if you'll see it just there. There's a little green tip. Right, okay. Right. What about this root down there? See that root there? That one? That's a struggling root, but it's branching. That one is there. That one's branching there, and it's branching there. I've got a dried up eye there. Okay, and we've got a dive back root there. I want to just cut that end. I'm going to take it back to the not quite back to the green, but I've taken it back a little bit. And let's just take just a little bit more of this sheath off here. Okay. Right. There's that root. See, that was the indicator root. That was a green growing tip. Can you see? And that one's failed, so I'm going to just take back a little bit more. Okay. Right. Just tidy this little bit of mess up. Now I've had this Laelia growing several months in this semi-hydro, and I'm one of those that as soon as I start to see distress in a plant, the plant's trying to tell me something, and then I have to make the decision to ignore the orchid and what it's trying to tell me, or I act and try to do something about it. Now this has got one of those rhizomes that moves along. Sympodial, I think that's the word they use. And I've got this big humongous piece of bark, and I did have the gracillicoli mounted on this, so I've decided to see if I can mount this Laelia on this same piece, and it means that, can you see, I'll show you in a minute, it means the plant will be able to wander along this branch, but I've got to be so careful to start with because I've got these roots and I don't want to actually damage any of them. So what's it touching now? You'll hear the odd stone break, just breaking free, but let's just see. You see that one's going to break, can you see? Because it's just hanging on by a thread. But now I know it's got this branching habit. See, I need to anchor this rhizome at the back here. So that's what I'm going to do first. I'm going to get a zip tie. Right, what I've done so far is not a lot. I've just got a piece of wire on there. And, oops, can you see there, that piece of wire? But I need to centralise this. And I've got 3 roots there. Okay. hold with one hand and see if I can get a zip tie around here. It's just to anchor it first, because I need to anchor this before I start to attach any moss. And I need it to go in a straight line if I can. Okay, so that's that one. Let's have a look. See, I could do with that a little bit tight, but I've got to be careful. Now I've got to do this part, I think, this. Plus watching the time. Let's just have a look. See if I can get this to come under here. And zip tie this one down. Right, so if I pull down there, that secured that. Right. I see I can pull this one off because that's neither use nor ornament now. I'm going to pull this bit of wire off. Okay. And then let's see if I can get, oops, this zip tie to come underneath, through here, behind there. Let's have a look. Through here, underneath there, and zip tie here. Have a look. Well, that'll secure that area. You may be not just in frame at the moment, I do apologise. That's tight. Okay. That can come down there. That's as tight as I'm going to get it there. And I just need something now. Right, now that's the groundwork done. It's secured on by those zip ties, and so far I've no broken roots. And you see this little root here? I've got that root there. I've got this root here that the little hydrogen balls, the lacquer balls, come off, and I've got lots of, well, not lots. I went outside to get some live moss, and the drying winds had almost desiccated this moss. And while I was, I put some water in this dish, and lo and behold, a slug started to crawl out. Well, that's gone in the recycle bin. Okay. So I'm taking a chance now because I know there's a slug in there, or there has been. But what can you do? You've got to. I've got to manoeuvre this so that this orchid has every chance, and I'm really wanting to just, that's it. Can you see how I'm just resting that root there? What's that in there? I made myself jump, it was only a stone. Don't like slugs and things like that. Okay. Right, where's my scissors gone now? it in sections and tie each section on, and I'll come back shortly. Right, so what I'm trying to do now, don't know if you'll see what I'm doing, is I've got rather a long piece of fishing line, and it keeps wrapping around everything, of course, and there's that nice root. Can you see that nice root there? And what I'm trying to do is just manoeuvre this piece of wire, not tightly to start with, just so I can get leverage on here. Okay, hopefully just enough to anchor this one piece on one side. Can you see where I'm coming from now? There we go, you see. Oh, oh! Don't you dare move. Okay, let's take that up there. And let's bring it round here. Let's see if I can bring it round this way. Underneath here, come on. This is where you could do with your other hand. Bring it round here. Sorry about if you keep going out of focus, but I'm trying to just manoeuvre it. As well as try and not snap off. Ooh, a root. Right, now where's the other end gone? That's that end, so why is this one? There it is. Okay, and then you would bring it round here because I don't want it to trap anything. Now I'm round on the other side now. There was that root I've cut off, and these are the other roots, and I've got this moss here, and I'm bringing this up onto this branch and trying to secure this area now. And again, you see, I'm having to do it in sections, so keep bearing with me, I'll get there eventually. Right, just managed to manoeuvre that round the back area there, and this is what I'm left with, this little piece of fishing line here. But I've got this piece I started with, so I'm going to have to bring this under the root here, because I don't want to damage that root. I'm going to bring this under here, and I'm going to tie this area off without trying to damage anything. I'll show you what it's going to be like. I mean, it's like every job you do, you know, sometimes you have to just tweak it. Right, let me just have a look. Let me show you what I mean in a minute. Hold on. Now, what I've got to do now is try and bring this, you see I've got this area here, 1, 2, 3, and what I'm wanting to do is try and bring this central to that line. There's the roots, there's the zip ties, and you see the roots, there was that one that I had to trim off there, that one. Here, I've not managed to just tie that back yet, which I want to do in a minute. There's the other one. Down tucked just in there is that little one that is just hanging on by a thread. there's that other one there, and I've still got the zip ties on. So, and I've only got 3 minutes left, so let's see what I can do in 3 minutes. Right, I've still not removed this scaffolding, but what I'm trying to do is bring a little bit of moss here. I've got a nice root there, see that one? But this one I need to just bring that in a little bit. So let's see if I can bring you down so you can actually see what I'm doing. Okay. But this is the part, where are we now? 3 minutes. This is the part, you see, where the delicate parts of trying to anchor things down. Because even though I've had to cut that root tip off, there's a possibility that it will branch from there. So let's see if you can see what I'm doing. Right, so that root's there now, and I'm trying to bring it this way with this moss. There we go. Bring this underneath. I've had to bring the zip ties more to one side to enable the centralisation of this growing direction. Right. Now there's a root under there, so I've got to be careful with that. Okay, so there's... Can you see that root? Can you see that root? I'm trying to... Right, I've just got to cut these little pieces of fishing line off here, but one of those I'm going to put the label on. There's the top of the branch. There's the some of the roots, can you see? That's the root I had to cut off. Can you see that other tiny little root there? Can you see? And there's another little root tucked under there. That was the one that was stuck on the piece of lacquer. Now when you do a job like this, you've got to be organised. You've got to have everything ready, and there will be mess because it's unavoidable. Unavoidable. I'll get my teeth right in a minute. Not that I've got false teeth, because I haven't. So we're all... There's another root there, can you see? Woo! Another root there. Can you see that root there? And we've got other roots as well.